represent all the professional players all over the world. And that means in the European Union we have a lot of professional players. We talk about between 15 and 20,000, and worldwide 65.
In 2001, there was an agreement with FIFA on international transfers. Can you tell us something about that agreement and what has happened since 2001?
Yes, we all know that in 1995 we had this famous Bosman case. A player after the contract was free to go to another club. It took up till 2001, 6 years, before the FIFA and the UEFA and the football world wanted to change the rules. And the compromise was, after negotiations in Brussels, in this city, the compromise of 2001. And that was done by the UEFA FIFA, signed by UEFA FIFA, as well as with Schröder, the Prime Minister of Germany, and Tony Blair, the Prime Minister of England. And that agreement has done after consultation of the stakeholders, but without the approval of the FIFPRO in this case.
Was that a good agreement for players?
Now, we discussed it, I think, more than 3 years, from 1998 up till 2001. It was a compromise, like always. And at a certain moment, we thought we give it a chance. And the conclusion was that we would give it a chance, and that after a couple of years we should evaluate the system, because it had a lot of new elements. And for that reason, we said, give it the benefit of the doubt.
So what has happened since then?
From that moment, as also been mentioned today, the European Commission said, give it a chance. They were aware of our doubts, and they started a structural social dialogue in football. And with that social dialogue, they promoted to make a collective bargaining agreement within the European Union about professional football, which unfortunately has not led to an agreement. But that's not so important. More important is that after 15 years, even all the stakeholders and even the FIFA and UEFA has to come to the conclusion that this agreement has not been very successful.
So what next?
What's next is that we really need to come with a new system, where there is a balance between the rights of clubs and players. And this has to be done. But unfortunately, up to now, it has not been done. And that was the reason why last year the FIFPRO decided to launch a complaint with the Commissioner Competition, competition law, because this system is, especially for players, is damaging the rights of players.
And do you think you'll be successful?
Yeah, we don't know. We think that we have a good case. I think that, of course, also the European law is also applicable on football players. And as long as that is the case, we think that the rules as they are now are really not in advantage. I say it very diplomatically for players. 40% of our players are not even paid their salary. So the system has proven that it does not work. And I think that everybody agrees, but nobody wants to change it. Yeah, the problem is, of course, that this system also encourages a third-party ownership of players. Of course, it's ridiculous that a player has been seen as as an asset, and that you can earn money by owning a player, the economic rights of a player. It is, of course, nobody will deny that is, of course, unacceptable. The system, by the way, because of the fact that a certain player, if every player has a certain commercial value, promote, in fact, these kinds of methods. I must say that the whole football world, with the exception of the people who are involved in this, agents, the whole football world is understanding that that is modern slavery. That is not of this time anymore. So everybody agrees that we must ban third-party ownership of players. But in practice, unfortunately, it still is a problem, because nobody is respecting the ban of the third-party ownership at this moment.